Step inside a medieval castle in January. Not the movie version, not the one with glowing hearths and gentle light. This one greets you with silence. Stone walls sweat with cold. Your breath turns white almost immediately. Even indoors, the temperature barely rises above freezing. Sometimes it doesn't rise at all. And yet, people lived here. Children grew up here. Servants worked entire lifetimes here. Nobles ruled from these rooms. So how did anyone survive a winter like this? To understand that, you first have to understand what these walls were really built for. Were not designed for comfort. They were designed to endure attack. Their walls were enormous, often thicker than a modern car is long. Stone stopped arrows, stone stopped fire, but stone also trapped cold. Once winter arrived, those walls turned into frozen reservoirs. They pulled heat from the air, from furniture, from human bodies. Even in summer, many castles felt damp and chilly. In winter, they became unforgiving. And this raises an uncomfortable question. If the walls themselves worked against you, where did people actually live during winter? As temperatures dropped, castles began to shrink. Not physically, socially. Rooms that felt tolerable in summer were abandoned. Entire wings went dark. Life pulled inward toward one space, the great hall. It wasn't warm, but it was warmer than anywhere else. Bodies gathered here. Meals, meetings, work, and sleep all happened in the same space. Human presence mattered. And that leads to something most people misunderstand about medieval heating, because fire alone was never enough. We imagine roaring fireplaces dominating castle halls. The reality was disappointing. Early fireplaces were crude openings in the wall. Smoke lingered. Cold air rushed in through the same opening meant to provide heat. Stand too close, and your face burned. Step back, and your fingers went numb again. Fire created small islands of warmth and vast seas of cold. So instead of heating rooms, medieval people found a different solution. They made heat move. Instead of expecting warmth to fill a room, people brought it with them. Hot coals were carried from the main hearth in metal containers, placed beside benches, slid under tables, set near beds. These portable fires were temporary, borrowed and shared. A servant might deliver warmth to one chamber, then remove it an hour later to serve someone else. Heat was a resource, and nowhere was that resource more valuable than at night. Cold during the day was unpleasant. At night, it could be deadly. When fires burned low and movement stopped, cold crept deep into the body. This is why medieval beds were never just beds. They were survival systems, and what happened inside them might surprise you. Medieval beds were wide, enclosed, and heavily layered. Wooden frames supported thick curtains that blocked drafts. Inside were straw mattresses, wool blankets, and animal skins. People slept fully clothed. Caps stayed on. Socks stayed on. Beds were shared. Parents, children, relatives, sometimes servants. Not because of romance, because human heat worked. But even the best bed could fail if the room itself fought back. That's why medieval walls disappeared every winter. Bare stone radiated cold endlessly, so people covered it. Heavy wool tapestries were hung from floor to ceiling, not for decoration, though they were beautiful, but for insulation. They trapped air, blocked drafts, softened the bite of stone. In winter, castles grew darker, quieter, and noticeably warmer. And yet, cold still found its way in, especially from below. Stone floors were merciless. Cold rose from them constantly, numbing feet within minutes. Straw was spread across floors as insulation. Animal skins were layered on top. Shoes stayed on indoors. Cold feet weren't just uncomfortable, they were dangerous. But surprisingly, The warmest place in the castle wasn't protected by carpets at all. It was filled with smoke. The kitchen was the true furnace of the castle. Massive fires burned day and night. Cauldrons simmered constantly. Servants worked sweating in winter, freezing again the moment they stepped away. Nobles rarely lingered. The heat was intense. The smoke stung the eyes. But during the coldest months, people invented reasons to pass through. Because warmth, even briefly, was worth it. And when they left the kitchen, they carried that warmth on their bodies. Medieval clothing wasn't about style first. It was about survival. Layer after layer created trapped air, nature's insulation. Linen against the skin, wool above that, more wool, then fur if you were wealthy. Clothing stayed on indoors, always, because removing layers meant surrendering heat. But warmth wasn't only about what you wore, it was about how you lived. In winter, stillness was the enemy. Movement created heat. Servants walked constantly, carrying wood, water, and food. Nobles paced halls instead of sitting alone. Even work was built around motion. To stop moving was to cool down. And sometimes, warmth came from sources we rarely associate with castles at all. In winter, animals were welcomed closer. Dogs slept near people. Cats crawled under blankets. Livestock was often kept beneath living quarters. Their body heat rose through floors and walls. The smell was unpleasant. The warmth was priceless. But even that wasn't always enough. So people warmed themselves from the inside. Meals were never cold. Soups simmered all day. Stews were thick with fat. Spices weren't luxury. They were tools. Garlic, pepper, ginger. Warm food meant warm blood. Even drinks were heated. Cold liquid stole heat. Warm ale and wine returned it. Every cup mattered. In the harshest winters, supplies ran low. Firewood vanished. Furniture was burned. Doors were dismantled. Cold reshaped daily life. Castles grew quieter. People huddled closer. Survival became collective. And that reveals the final truth about medieval castles. Castles were not built to be homes. They were symbols of power. Comfort was sacrificed for defense. And yet, people endured. They layered warmth, shared it, protected it fiercely. Not through technology, but through resilience. So when you see a medieval castle today, proud, silent, and imposing, remember this. Inside those walls, people lived in a constant winter. They raised families. They worked. They survived. Not because castles were warm, but because humans are stubborn, adaptable, and extraordinarily resilient.